Yeah! What's up, Alpine? It's Coach Z on the mic from our West Coast office currently. That's what I like to call it out here. I was going to put together a little video about the Open and hopefully encourage those of you who haven't made, or are kind of on the fence or haven't made the decision to join or not to join. Either one's fine. Every year I try to do some kind of informational meeting for those of you who've never done it before or maybe just want a rule update, things like that, and just how it's going to work for us. Right now we have about 20 people registered on our team, and I know there's probably like 50 of you who hopefully will make a decision in the next week. I guess we'll find out. So what I want to go over in this and highlight is why you should do the Open, what's new for 2014, how it's going to work, and what your training should look like during the Open as well. And the last thing is just some Alpine incentives that we're going to throw in this year, some kind of free swag and stuff like that. For those of you who do it, just keep it exciting and week to week and have some fun with it. So the big question, and big thing is coaches, is try to get you guys excited. So why should you do the Open? I really think as a coach that the Open is the ultimate benchmark every single year. What I mean by that is if you do the Open every year, hopefully as you're getting better, you should be moving up in your rankings, either worldwide or in the region. And also with how competitive the sport continues to get every single year, maybe even staying at the same number or something is also a win as well. Again, these are completely unknown workouts, and it makes it exciting to see how well-rounded you are too, and it's going to definitely exploit some weaknesses. Another reason I think is the Open is really cool because it is, in my mind, I think it's programmed for the average CrossFitter. So what I mean by that is it's not programmed like the games and for rich or just these superhuman athletes who are really strong. And I think the weights are generally in the Open, they're going to be like some kind of a pyramid or escalating, just like that burpee and snatch ladder we saw last year, even the Fran ladder, stuff like that. So I think that's one cool thing about the Open. Again, it's programmed for kind of your average Joe CrossFitter. And who is that average Joe? It's really like the person who can handle the Grace weights, person who can maybe RX Fran, has some pull-ups, can handle a 95-pound thruster. They don't RX every WOD, but for the most part, they're pretty well-rounded. That's who I would consider that person is. And the Open is really unique too, as CrossFit has escalated so much. The Open is actually decreased in skill and decreased in weight almost every year since I think the 2011 was the first time. So that's actually really interesting, and we see a much broader range between the Open now and the games, and I think it's way more inclusive. It's only $20, and I think they're doing a good job with it. Open is totally going to push you. If you never, I hate to say we're competed or participated in an event, it's going to push you to an entirely new level. When you have people around you, somebody judging you, things like that, and you're forced to do it RX, it will really push you to an entirely new level. And some other quick little things. It's a great way for us to as Alpine CrossFit or whatever affiliate you're with and you're watching this, it's a great way for you to represent your community, come together, family, friends, significant others, and get together and do this. I think it's a lot of fun. And there's also Masters Division too, so 40, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 7-year-olds, you have really no excuses. They do scale weights for some of those categories. Another thing is, this is really important, is we're not necessarily competing. I touched on that a little bit. I like to use this that you're competing with each other and not against each other. There's really shouldn't be much of an intimidation factor. It should be like, hey, let's get together regardless of your scores, regardless of where you stand in the region or worldwide, we really just want to have the hardest efforts you can give and congratulate each other on that. Whether you get 10 reps or 100 reps on one workout, nobody really cares. Just everybody just wants to have fun, and that's why we're in. Have fun, work hard, and improve our fitness, and that's really why we do CrossFit in general. And this will kind of improve and push all that to a new level. Another reason why you should do the Open is we're going to program it at Alpine every Monday. I'll get into that a little bit more, but we can scale it, obviously, if you need to. You don't necessarily have to register, but if you're planning on trading every Monday, you're going to be doing the Open anyway, so you might as well just sign up and do it, right? I'll talk about this a little bit. So, moving on. What's new for 2014? I read over the rules. You can read it up too. It's on games.crossfit. There's 3 big things. I think the biggest thing is the Open used to be Wednesday through Sunday, and it's now Thursday through Monday. So what that means, every Thursday night starting next week, was that the 27th of February, at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, they're going to release the WOD, and they do a big announcement. They started that last year. It's pretty cool. We'll watch it live together at Alpine. And then you have until the following you have until the following Monday at 5 p.m. to do that WOD and submit your score. You can do it multiple times. We'll get into that in a second. But with that said, it'll shift the days, I think, that we do the WODs at Alpine a little bit more. There are some different, team scores versus individual scores. Those individuals this is another big change, those individuals who want to go individual at regionals, their scores are going to be pulled from their team scores. So I think you're going to see the teams that have those couple, like 2 to 3 fire breathers, I think you're going to see maybe those teams drop a little bit in the standings, or maybe they won't, maybe because the individuals will decide to just go team instead. So that'll be interesting to watch this year, and may give, a team like us, who knows, maybe a little bit better chance to make regionals, even though it is more of a outside shot for us. I think we were like 70th last year, but again, it doesn't necessarily matter where we place. The last thing, Masters. So, videotaping for Masters and regionals, individual hopefuls for regionals. So what this means, if you think you're going to make regionals as an individual, you need to make sure that you have a registered judge, and also get all your WODs videotaped. Same if you're going to be in the top 200 for the Masters, something they're introducing this year, any Masters category. So if you finish in the top 200 in, say, the 40 to 45 age category, I think they can ask for up to 1 video, and then you'll also be asked to compete in an additional 4 workouts, which I believe have to be videotaped too. So that's news for you Masters. Make sure you know that. And Masters, again, is 40 and up. How this is going to work this year at Alpine. So available times, we're going to do this. We're going to do it. We're going to have something available Thursday evening, 6:30 p.m. right after the announcement. You have to be able to do it then. Saturday and Sunday mornings between 9 to 12, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. That's similar to what we've done the last couple of years. Saturday mornings would be the focus on that. We've had a lot of good people and spectators come out for that as well on Saturdays. And then Monday, you'd be available all day to do it. We'll have at least 1 coach available. We can also do it in classes where we can run a couple heats or something too. But again, you're going to be doing it every Monday. That's going to be our programming. Every Monday is going to be the Open WOD during these next 5 weeks. We will have a sign-up board at Alpine. Just try to write down when you're going to come in so we can have people ready for you, at least have a judge ready. So again, how this works, this is your first time doing this. Basically, that WOD gets released on Thursday night. You need to obviously do it and then get judged, and you must submit your own score. We do not submit scores for you. And every year we have somebody like, hey man, can you submit my score? And I'm like, it's like Sunday night. And I'm like, no, dude, you missed the cutoff. So you unfortunately have to score a 0 and you're out of the Open and won't be ranked after that. So we don't release your scores for you. Submit your scores for you. You have to do that. And let's see. Make sure. Yeah, just make sure you do it. Okay. All right. That's enough said. Another thing, if you don't want to do the open, totally fine. But there's other ways to get involved. You can help judge. We can get you up to speed with that. You can just provide some encouragement and be a cheerleader. Or we've had people in the past take photos. That's pretty cool too. Any of those ways. But again, during any of those times, you can come in and help people out and be a part of this as well and make this a big, fun community event. During the open, how your training should look, it really shouldn't change too much. The biggest thing we would stress is just taking a day off before you're going to do it. So if you're planning to do it every Monday, just take Sunday off. Your training for the rest of the week can look however you want, but you should be scheduling your rest days and training days around when you're going to do the open. There's always a lot of, should I do it twice? Should I do it just once? I recommend doing it once and kind of plan for the worst if you wanted to give yourself an extra day to do it. So you just don't, you think you can do better. It's maybe a WOD that's more your strengths and you want to crush it and do it again. By all means, just have that planned ahead of time. So maybe you take Fridays off, you do it Saturday, and then if you're not happy with it, then you can do it again on Monday or something like that. But I would definitely plan on just doing it once. Give it 110%, everything you have. Last thing, Alpine incentives. I know I'm running, 12 minutes. Gosh, I'm sure everybody stopped listening by this point. Alpine incentives. What we're going to do this year is we are going to give away two pairs of either nanos or lifters. Okay? I got your attention back? Okay, cool. We're going to give one pair away. We're going to keep probably doing something like this every single year. One pair to the most improved male or female over the year compared to last year. If you did not do the open last year, you're still in the running for that, and it's based on a coach's decision. So maybe your ranking from this year to last year could play a part in that, but most importantly, it's just going to be a coach's decision on kind of most improved athlete for the open. Second pair is going to just be a random drawing for those who did all 5 workouts and submitted a score for all 5 workouts. So even if you, again, give 100% effort, but maybe you're in the bottom 20% in the region, who cares? But you will be in this random drawing. So again, just a little extra incentive. But you must do all 5 WODs, and you must submit a score for all 5 WODs. If you, otherwise, you're ineligible for this. So, I think that is all I have. Going on 14 minutes now, but I hope this was beneficial for you guys. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. You can, ask them on this thread wherever I post this. Will be on Facebook and on the website too. Don't forget to register games.crossfit.com and Alpine CrossFit as your affiliate and Alpine CrossFit as your team. And hopefully if you were on the fence before this video, maybe this cleared a few things up, and look forward to starting the open next week. All right, guys. Thanks.